Our top story, as we all know.
Yeah. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss up and blew up, piss on you. I wanna be on you. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss up and blew up, piss on you. I wanna be on you. Say roll around, sitting on dubs, 5 hours high on trucks, cooling in my Escalade. Man, I'm paid, I got it made. Take me to your special place. Close your eyes, show me your face. I'm gonna piss on it. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss up and blew up, piss on you. I wanna be on you. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss up and blew up, piss on you. I wanna be on you. Set your body, sweater body. I feel quite the same. Get a whiff of my Hershey stains. I want to pee in your food. I want to pee in your food. Only thing to make my life complete is when I turn your face to a toilet seat. I want to pee on you. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss up and blew up, piss on you. I'll be on you. Piss and do, I'll be on you. Haters wanna hate, lovers wanna love. I don't even want none of the above. I want to piss on you. Piss up and blew up, piss on you. I'll be on you.
Screws up the classic, screws up the classic.
Won't you break my head? I wanna be on you. Drip, 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 drip. I wanna be on you. It's on you, it's on. I wanna be on you. Drip, 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 drip. I wanna be on you. It's on you, it's on. Yes I do. Yes I do. I'll be on you. I'll piss on you. I wanna fall on you.
When you're feeling lost in the night, when you feel your wounds just count on me, I will be there. See you through. I'll be there and there is nothing I won't do. Promise you, you know I will.
If you have followed my last R. Kelly video during the time of the event, then you know my stance on the entire situation. However, a few years after the trials, I decided to update it with added info from Lion. As of now, you should know R. Kelly was finally convicted by a federal court and sentenced to 30 years in prison.
Now, the big breaking news just moments ago is that R. Kelly has been sentenced to 30 years in prison.
We've seen his explosive 2019 interview with Gayle. It's a choice bit of play acting on both sides of the screen. Just pay attention to the video.
But just use your common sense. How stupid would it be for me Oh, right now I just think I need to be a monster and hold girls against their will, chain them up in my basement, and don't let them eat and don't let them out unless they need some shoes down the street from their uncle.
Robert,
Stop it. Y'all quit playing. Quit playing.
Robert.
I didn't do this stuff. This is not me. Y'all, I'm fighting for my life. Y'all killing me with this. I gave y'all 30 years of my career.
Robert.
30 years of my career. Y'all trying to kill me. You killing me, man. This is not about music. I hope this camera keep going.
No, we're gonna
This
let
is
the camera
not
keep
true.
rolling.
This is not, doesn't even make sense.
You would think real women would not maintain such an unfazed composition if a man blew up like that. It's also the part in the script where they allow R. Kelly to look his audience straight in the eyes and tell you the unvarnished truth.
Is this camera on me?
Yes, it's on.
That's stupid. Use your common sense. But just use your common sense.
Indeed, what he means quite literally is that he's not R. Kelly. R. Kelly is just a persona and always has been. Everything R. Kelly does is part of the script, including his latest part in the R. Kelly trial. If you use common sense as R. Kelly suggests, you'll come to the same conclusion.
Let me read you actually some statements. Speaking to R. Kelly, you taught them that love is enslavement and violence.
This is just another split the sexes, Men Are Pigs project funded by your very own tax dollars. It is all theater, as I am about to show you. The whole thing began to unwind after I read this. The racketeering charge against Mr. Kelly is rarely used in similar criminal cases. You see, as the article reminds us, R. Kelly was not tried or convicted for statutory rape, as you might have assumed. He was tried and convicted of racketeering and violating the Mann Act. What should that tell us about R. Kelly? Let me simplify it for you. Racketeering is the wrong charge. R. Kelly's supposed criminal enterprise was not for financial gain. By definition, racketeering is about making money. If there's no evidence of a monetary motive, then the racketeering charge falls apart. That's not according to me, that's according to the US. In order to be found guilty, the government must prove beyond a reasonable doubt. 1. That an enterprise existed. 2. That the enterprise affected interstate commerce. Did federal prosecutors prove beyond a reasonable doubt that R. Kelly affected interstate commerce? No. They didn't even touch on it. The entire trial was nothing more than a sensationalized recounting of R. Kelly's psychological manipulations and disgusting escapades. It was a racketeering trial in which the prosecution apparently forgot to prove that R. Kelly was a racketeer. Media reports tell us that the defense built their case on attempting to prove that these encounters were consensual. But since these encounters were that entire approach goes out the window. By definition, cannot be considered consensual. That's why it's called statutory. Did R. Kelly's attorneys miss that in law school?
I personally, this happened to me a long time ago. I was 17, I'm 45 today.
Here's more evidence that the racketeering charge was bogus. Many of R. Kelly's enablers testified in court, willingly disclosing that they knowingly helped R. Kelly exploit.
But nonetheless, he's going to take the stand and he's going to talk about some of the things he was asked to do by R. Kelly. You know, when you talk about this criminal enterprise, you wonder, why is R. Kelly the only one charged and not everyone else played a part in acting on his behalf, his bodyguards and drivers who approached these young girls and women and made these arrangements for R. Kelly?
Back to the article. Mr. Kelly's employees describe how essential they and others were in facilitating the misconduct that the artist has been accused of from the early 1990s through recent years. One assistant, Anthony Navarro, told jurors he drove female guests to one of the singer's mansions and, there, was instructed to help maintain a strict set of rules that controlled their daily routines. And a former tour manager for the singer, Demetria Smith, told jurors he bribed a government employee for fake identification for Leah to marry Mr. Kelly, who believed that she may have been pregnant with his child. In other words, they willingly incriminated themselves in federal court.
How did that come about? Did he ask you, did he say, look, I got an issue, she's 15?
Well, I came up with that idea to do that, to assist them in the...
As this article states, even a defendant who merely carried out orders, such as a mid-level drug dealer in a cartel, can be shown to have had control, as long as the defendant acted with some discretion, decision-making power. So, why haven't charges been brought against Anthony Navarro and Demetrius Smith? And again, why did these men so willingly incriminate themselves?
Okay, flight risk? If I was a flight risk, I wouldn't even be here. I could be in another country this afternoon if I wanted to. I got friends who can create false passports. I could be at home right now, printing up fake credit cards or working on that meth lab in my basement, prying open apartment mailboxes over on Grand Avenue. Gee, that's what I'm talking about. You about as dumb as that judge who let me off on that arson job I actually did.
Why were they helping to prove that a racket existed by admitting that they were part of it? This goes against all reason. Also notice that evidence of criminal activity was presented spanning from the early 1990s through recent years. The prosecution must prove that 2 racketeering acts occurred in a 10-year period. Much of the evidence in the trial was superfluous, not only because they covered too long a period, but also because they presented the wrong sort of evidence. Again, they weren't putting R. Kelly on trial for being a serial does not make you a racketeer. Engaging in organized criminal activity affecting interstate commerce makes you a racketeer. I'll give you another example. A woman identified.
When you feel your warmth just count on me, I will be there. See you through. I'll be there.
Since day one, comprised entirely of Jewish actors. The obvious question is why fake this at all? They had to come up with some bogus charge like racketeering, so they could justify shoving as many despicable graphic stories as possible into the media.
He pulled my braid down by him, and he said, daddy, for daddy. And he just started going, he did like 6.
The whole trial was designed to shock and repulse women, especially black women, so that they would distrust men and no longer know how to have healthy sex.
You taught them, speaking to R. Kelly, you taught them that love is enslavement and violence.
It's deeper than R. Kelly. This is just another one of their stories that was targeted toward black men to make them afraid of sleeping with a woman. I get a little more detailed on this in my video titled School by Design. But this is also how they get away with the gaping legal inconsistencies in the script. By dumbing you down with sensational scandals, they disarm your reasoning skills. You don't ask obvious questions because you're too shocked by the gory and freaky details. It also turns your attention away from the important things, like the ongoing vaccine genocide and the destruction of the middle class.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
In fact, the R. Kelly script has always been a useful eye-off project, rolled out at the most opportune times, and then swiftly dropped once it's no longer useful. The racketeering charge is also useful because it then becomes a federal case, meaning it falls under the jurisdiction of the Department of Homeland Security. That's right, the prosecution in R. Kelly's case consisted of special agents from Homeland Security investigations.
And I'm the special agent in charge for Homeland Security investigations here in New York. Today's verdict brings an end to Robert Kelly's decade-long reign of terror over many vulnerable girls, boys, and young women.
That's a big clue, telling us who was running the charade. Think about it, why would DHS be concerned with R. Kelly? It is escapades pose a threat to national security? Of course not, at least not according to the common definition of national security. But their definition is different. To them, national security is code for any threat to the absolute hegemony of the Phoenician Navy. They aren't threatened by terrorists, drug cartels, or foreign militaries, since they created all those things themselves. The only thing that threatens them is you and me, and anyone who attempts to lead a life apart from their gadgets, their medications, their soul-sucking jobs, and their constant stream of lies. That's what the DHS is all about, and that's what the R. Kelly script is all about. What about the actual trial proceedings? Let's start with the fact that they began on August 18th. Bases and eights. That's a major numerology marker for the Phoenician Navy, telling us from the outset that this is a fake event, as we have seen time and time again. By the way, R. Kelly's birthday is January 8, also aces and eights. Just a coincidence, right? Just as racketeering is a violation of Title 18, R. Kelly was convicted on 1 count of racketeering and 8 violations of the Mann Act. Just more coincidences. We learned from this Guardian article about some of the
I'm sorry.
It seems as if these people are planted and given manufactured stories. They also tell us he doesn't own any of his songs, but one thing to take note of is that in the documentary called Surviving R. Kelly, they used some of Kelly's most popular songs, including I Believe I Can Fly, Ignition, I Wish, Honey Love and Age Ain't Nothing But a Number. The 2019 documentary premiered on January 3, 2019, and was Lifetime's highest-rated program in more than 2 years, with 1.9 million total viewers. So for Lifetime to use a number of R. Kelly songs in their biggest documentary, the copyright owner R. Kelly must give permission, and they have to pay him each time it is aired. The synchronization license, commonly shortened to sync, generally refers to a legal agreement between the copyright owner of a piece of music and the party seeking to use that music, which permits the synchronization of copyrighted music to any other type of content, mainly visual content. So they created a documentary about Kelly being a and trafficking, yet R. Kelly agreed to let them lease his music. Remember Irv Gotti on Drink Champs?
Let me give you an example. We had this record with Vita called Justify My Love, the Madonna shit. Yeah. Madonna said, rejected, no.
Remember R. Kelly has a legal team, and if this information threatened his career, they would have never gone through with it. In fact, you would have found the documentary on YouTube like mine, and even then it would have been pulled.
Y'all just don't want to believe the truth. You don't want to believe it.
She has not authorized anyone to use her name or face on any product which mentions Tiger, including these golf balls.
This only proves R. Kelly gave them permission to use his music, his likeness, and his image. If you think Lifetime avoided copyright by playing 30-second clips, you're wrong. Here it says, copyright laws for 30-second clips of music. If your use interferes with the marketability of the original work, you'd likely be against the fair use claim. So R. Kelly gets paid for everyone getting together in a big production saying he's a Like Jonathan Lipp said,
you will never outsmart the hoaxers.
You laugh at R. Kelly, but who's the joke really on?
Oh, damn. Now I see it. Now I see it.
It's all business, but I'm sure you will say R. Kelly is stupid. He can't read, he can't write, he can't count, he's homeless. He does not own any of his music. But here on All Hip Hop it says, R. Kelly broke and trying to sell his publishing catalog with no luck. This implies he still has control over some of his music, which is why R. Kelly Publishing Inc. is listed under BMI Repertoire. And the songs he mentioned he doesn't own, R. Kelly Publishing is not listed, or he shares publishing. But people believe he only has $625 to his name. But as long as it's reported, they will believe it.
Use your common sense. Don't forget the blog, but just use your common sense.
arrested in Florida and charged in
When you feel your world just
The plane crash that killed a rising star in the world of music and film. Reaction today after Aaliyah and 8 others were killed when their plane went down. Good evening, I'm Lauren Glassbergen for Sandra Bookman.
And I'm Tim Fleischer. The plane, just after taking off for Florida in perfect weather, suddenly plummeted to the ground. Investigators now saying one of the engines apparently failed.
So baby, let's chill, let's chill. Settle down, baby. That's all I want to do. Let's chill, baby. I want to do. So happy to have you here, standing right by my side. Is it a dream or reality? If it's a fantasy, please don't worry. All my love is for you. Whatever you want, I will do. You're the only one I want in my life.
For you, I'll make that sacrifice. So, baby, let's chill, let's chill. Settle down, baby, I want you. That's all I want just to do. Let's chill, baby. Settle down, that's what I want to do. I want to do just to be at ease.
Nigga, you was right there when R. Kelly was molesting those fucking kids. When you was right there, you recorded that shit. You recorded that shit. You released that fucking shit. You recorded that shit and released it. What are you talking about? You was right there with Ebony Hill. You was right there. You're the one that recorded that shit. You extorted R. Kelly. You tried to extort R. Kelly, nigga. You know who you talking to, bro? I did my research on your bitch ass. Cause I did my research on your bitch ass. Oh yeah, I got my research on your bitch ass, nigga. Go ahead, you can prance around those stupid motherfuckers all you want. I'ma tell you one thing. You ain't got the family food, nigga. You ain't got the family food. You might got those dumbass. You might got those people food, but you ain't got the family food, my nigga.
You really need some therapy. You need some therapy. You need some help, for real.
Nigga, you need therapy, nigga. You need to find fucking Jesus, my nigga, wherever the fuck he at. Your ass going, you need to go find him too. Fucking
embarrassing yourself.
It's not embarrassing when I don't give a fuck about none of these people up here. It's a big difference. You care about what these people think about you. I don't. These people been slandering me my entire life because of who my father is. You think I give a fuck about what they say? Nigga, let's talk about your bitch ass and how you a pedophile and
Why you trying to explain who you are? If don't nobody care. If you don't care, why you explaining yourself and who you are? Why are you doing it?
Because people need to know that you are a child molester. Like I went on Morris World TV and went and made a whole thing about you being a fucking child molester. I did that because I want people to watch out for their fucking kids. Because I want people to watch their kids. That's why. Because I got kids and I care about kids. And they need to watch their kids, especially around your bitch ass with your weird ass hand touching ass motherfucker.
You don't care about no children. Stop the BS. Stop it. How you care? You don't do that. Stop lying. Stop trying to paint a picture of you're a victim, yet you're an advocate, yet you against this. Stop with that fake moral compass bullshit you've been playing. That shit don't work. Cut it out. Don't play games like that. You play with somebody's life. So my point is that at the end of the day, I will not fold. It's not gonna happen to me. You may have did it to Bubba. It's not gonna happen.
I'll take a glass whispering angel rose.
I don't know.
Chantel.
Yeah.
Pierre don't know.
Anyway, ask a question. But ask a question. Let me be able to answer clearly because I ain't trying to do back and forth with this. I ain't trying to go back and forth. Let's get to the fact. Let's get to the facts so y'all can hear the facts. I'm not talking about this assumption or this hearsay.
1 second. Is Wack on the stage or is he sleeping? He's probably. Okay. Who had a question?
I wanted to ask him about the ties to R. Kelly up top. Is this true? Like, because it says your name. Somebody sent it to me in the back channel. It says Damon Pryor.
Yeah, that's not. That's a misnomer. That's not who. That's not my name. My name is Deuce Y York, right?
No, yeah.
Let me ask you. Okay, we can get to
had your name changed, was that your name? Like, stop playing.
I never had my name changed. No, that Pryor is my grandmother's name. I was given Pryor from my father named me Deuce Y York. So that name you see Pryor is from my grandmother on my mother's side who adopted when I had to live in the U.S. So that's not my name.
So did you have any ties to R. Kelly? Yes or no?
No, I didn't. My daughter's mom had ties with him. That's what happened.
What type of ties?
So I don't really know. I don't know the dude. I don't know the guy. I don't know him at all. The moment my name came up, right? The media
that he hide underneath.
Shut your ass up and let me talk.
I bet you do want me to shut up because you don't want them niggas to hear the truth. You don't want them to do their research.
You wasn't in my life.
You know what? Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Do your research. Don't believe me. Do your research. It's on Google. Don't believe me. Do your research.
Let me give these people the facts, because you just running trying to be in somebody's life so bad. You want to be attached to me so bad. I don't even know your parasite ass.
Nigga, you wish. You piece of shit. You wish. Nigga, you fucking wish. You fucking wish. Bruh, if you was in front of me, trust me, your melon to be popped in hell, bruh. Ain't no fucking way in hell you think I fucking worship your bitch ass. You ain't even a man.
You saw me one time. You
molest children and you fuck niggas in the ass. You a fucking weirdo, bruh. You a fucking weirdo, bruh.
He was like, oh, Deuce Y, tell me about this. You was starstruck when you saw me. Y'all starstruck behind that. Because I don't fold. I'm 100% about mine. I don't bend to that bullshit like you think you got them niggas under control because you some type of dominatrix and you wear... That shit don't work with me.
No, you just think, honestly, you know what it is? You know what it is? You can say all you want, but the reality of it is that kid that I see when I see her face, she can't possibly be lying to me. You gonna tell me my daughter lying to me? You gonna tell me my daughter lying to me? Huh? My daughter lying to me? She lied that you tried to her, you fucking douchebag piece of shit, huh? You fucking douchebag. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Hold on.
Yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide everybody. Everybody in this motherfucker.
Hold on, bro. Listen. It says you were in the Be Careful What You Do to Me music video, and now you're saying you never met the man. So I'm trying to get some clarity.
I wasn't in no video. I don't know that nigga, man. I'm not starstruck by no fucking R. Kelly. I don't know him.
What did your baby mama have ties with Kanye West? R. Kelly, not Kanye West.
Let me answer you. When I met her, she was. I didn't know she was even with the man. I was in Atlanta. She came to Atlanta.
Sounds like everything I'm saying sounds like it's true.
So your baby mama was dating R. Kelly?
Yo, can you mute her real quick? Listen, she chose me. I don't choose none of these knuckleheads. I didn't choose her. She chose me. She approached me. It was like
children and
yeah,
niggas.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
We know that you choose children and niggas.
You want to know me so bad. We know care. I'll get you. You'll get your attention soon. Be quiet. Listen. So she chose me, right? And I was like, I dated her for a minute, right? And so the whole situation when I was with her, I didn't know at the time that she was involved with the man. We was already dating. So when I heard about it, I'm like, man, this situation is crazy because I was already trying to make sure that the case against Dr. Malachi York, right? My father, I was like, listen, I can't be associated with this BS that was going on with R. Kelly. I told Lisa that. I said, look, I can't be associated with this because like I'm working on my father's case. They conspired against him and locked him up. So I'm not going to be involved with that, right? In that sense. And I told her, right, stop doing what you're doing. This happened in the first trial when R. Kelly was up in Chicago and all of that.
He basically said Jay-Z a motherfucking sellout. You know what I'm saying? And who did he sell out to? You know, he didn't mention like no Illuminati shit. Like even he felt like a lot of the term Illuminati is like conspiracy theory shit, but he did say that it's like some weird people who run that industry who got all the money and got creative control over these artists and tell you what type of music you can and shouldn't put out. Even people like when you hear a motherfucker done sacrificed a loved one and shit like that, like I don't want to sound like a conspiracy theorist,
It's
but
okay. Everybody know that's I'm with that shit. Everybody know I love that shit. So go ahead. Because it ain't
but
a conspiracy if it's the truth. Conspiracy is what
but
we think, but if it's the truth, it ain't a conspiracy no more.
well, yeah, well, for us it's the truth, but most people they still hear it and be like, "Man, come on, that's conspiracy theory." You know what I mean?
So he
But
felt like Jay-Z was down with the powers that be that control the industry.
yeah, I, I think for people like me and you, it's obvious. You know what I mean? But for me, it was still a conspiracy theory for me until I actually sat down with a man who was as big as it get. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about somebody who wrote songs for Michael Jackson.
So what did he
Somebody
what did he say? What did he say directly? Because that's what the people gonna want to know. What did he say that you could recall to you that you was like, holy shit?
basically Jay-Z was a sellout. That's why they milking him. They working through Jay-Z to get other young artists to sell out.
Hmm.
Uh, you know, it was shit that R. Kelly didn't want to be no longer associated with, and that's why they targeted him. And you know, some of this shit, bro, like R. Kelly, that's really my nigga. So it's certain shit that I just can't really discuss on a platform, and I don't want to put him back in a situation to where, I mean, his situation already like fucked up, but there ain't no telling what they'd do. You know what I
But
mean?
my
But
thing to you is this, bro. This is the reason why these questions is important. He's already been tried, convicted. In the court of public opinion, he's already a piece of shit. We never heard from him. We don't know anything. So if somebody got a firsthand accord of what's coming from him to possibly sway the audience attention from, damn, I didn't know this happened to him, because he looks like the villain. Nobody has said that he's a victim of anything. So if you could vindicate not some of the actions, but some of the accusations that might be bullshit from what he said, that's what you got to do. If that's your, if that's your guy, you got to be like, nah, he said this. So that's what we looking for. We're not looking for bullshit talk or conspiracy. It's direct things that he's been accused of. And we would like to know if, in his opinion, it's cap and it was a big rink against him to take him down. That's what we want to know.
yeah, I think that's obvious, but for your audience who it just might not resonate with, it
Yes,
may not be
my
so,
audience,
so
bro, you know how you met me. You saw what you saw with the Ali Vegas thing. So this is the audience love that shit. So
well,
you gotta, this is the time to, if you got it, you gotta spill it, because not saying R. Kelly is innocent. Not saying he's innocent, because I'm pretty sure he did some things that he's not too proud of that he want to take back. But some of it could be sugar on top. So from his mouth, what was bullshit and what was the motive for all the bullshit that he went through? Because he just went through a shitstorm out of nowhere. So my thing was, hold on, nobody knew about this shit? Is some of this shit cap, or we didn't know? So we want to know from somebody who spoke to him, what is his psyche and what did he say to you?
okay, well, first let me say this to the audience who may still be looking at him like he a creep. Just recently, a few days ago, you know, transcripts came out that shows that Jocelyn Savage and her mama set him up, and she was texting her daughter, say this, do this, like coaching her. I mean, this is public record now. And I got all the transcripts. His people sent me the whole case, all the transcripts. So a lot of this stuff I've been knew. And a lot of people, they even bash me for standing up for the man, like how I am campaigning for him and doing these interviews. But now that come out, I hope some people just give him the benefit of a doubt now, because he was set up by multiple females, not just her. And a lot of the parents behind most of these females was in cahoots with their daughters setting him up. Now, with regards to what he said, yeah, he made it clear that it's a lot of weird shit to go on in that industry. And not just the music industry, but I'm talking about when you become a celebrity.
Entertainment.
Yeah, and a lot of people really do have to do some real fag ass gay shit to stay relevant and get to other levels, or they will pull back from you. They'll blacklist you. You know what I mean? He spoke on that for sure. He did say Jay-Z was one of them. You know what I mean? He did believe most definitely that the same people who fucked over Michael Jackson and killed him, and fucked over Prince and killed him, and fucked over Whitney Houston and killed her is the same people who framed him in this case, and put the hotline out there to saying, look, R. Kelly is a pervert. He prey on young women. If any female in the world experienced this with him, call this hotline, and we gonna make you a star basically on surviving R. Kelly.
Hold up, they had a hotline? They had a hotline?
Yeah, they had a hotline, bro.
I ain't know that shit. Holy shit.
Bro, they had a hotline and they had a tour. People was getting paid for this. These females wanted the opportunity to be a star on surviving R. Kelly. They was getting coached to say what they said. And that's why I said in the other interview, bro, like Malcolm X said that the media is the most dangerous weapon that the United States government have, because they had a power to make the guilty look innocent and to make the innocent look guilty.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they did with R. Kelly, bro. Like, that man, I mean, I'm not saying the nigga one freaky as a motherfucker. You know, I'm freaky as a motherfucker sometimes. But I ain't no pedophile.
All right,
and I ain't gonna never,
did y'all ever ask him about the tapes that came out that we did see? Did anybody ask him about those tapes? Because I didn't watch the tape because it was allegedly a young girl on there. So if I'm watching a young girl on the tape, then I'm watching some kid shit. But it's allegedly him on the tape. Did he speak to that in any way?
Well, I can't, and I won't say that he said he did it. But what I would say is that he explained how, and I'm pretty sure, like, you done heard this shit from you close to people who, had the opportunity to sell their soul and didn't. But he did say, they would basically put shit in your drink and record you to where you out of it. You don't know what the fuck you doing. You know what I'm saying? And they didn't just do it to R. Kelly or these other artists who coming out speaking out on this, but a lot of these artists in the industry, if they didn't just directly come out and say, yeah, I'll sell my soul, I'll sacrifice a little one, I'll let you put your finger in my ass or whatever, then more than likely they got something on them to where it's like, okay, now look, we got you. We recorded you doing this, or we dug this up on you. And now if you don't sell your soul and do what we tell you to do, we're going to put this shit out here in the media and it's going to ruin your life anyway. So what you want to do? You want to sell your soul now, or you want to do what the fuck we tell you to do for the rest of your life?
But in that particular joint, wasn't it? I didn't see the tape, but I thought it was a part where didn't he adjust the camera? I think he adjusted the shit. So nobody recorded him but him on that particular thing. I think it was one part. I didn't see none of that shit, but I do remember a still shot of him being like this, so he knew it was a camera there. So I get what you're saying, but in that instance, bro, I think he might have known he was being recorded, and that because he was, but then again, he was acquitted of that, so we can't say that was him. He was acquitted of that.
Yeah, and I can't really speak on that particular incident, but he did beat that case, and he never admitted to nothing.
Yeah.
On that tape, as far as it being him or nothing, but he did say that shit like that happened to people.
Got
in
you.
the industry to where they'll set you up.
Got you. So he feels like is it somebody at the head of the setup to him, or is it just the industry? Do he feel like it's somebody in particular that want him to fuck up out of here? Did he say any names that this motherfucker wanted me gone, and then they all conspired against me? Did he have a name that he named?
No, but he felt like Jay-Z was basically being used as a puppet to bring him down. And look, I don't know if you heard this or not, but one of R. Kelly close supporters recently revealed to me that Jay-Z funded Survivor R. Kelly. You know, he was behind the people financially who came up with this idea to do Surviving R. Kelly and to do the hotline and his whole little scheme. You know, Jay-Z is behind it. You know,
And
he
that's
funded
public
that.
record. We could prove that. Oh, because if we can't, we got to say allegedly. But can we prove? Can you
Well,
prove that?
well, yeah, they got the ties. You know
So we'll
how
say allegedly for now. Jay Z is behind that because we can't prove it. We can't say Jay Z did it. So allegedly, Jay Z funded Surviving R. Kelly in the hotline. Just for journalistic purposes, because I can't let you say something that's not true. So we'll say Jay Z allegedly. And then the people could go do their research. And if it's true, the people could say, no, it's true. But we got to say allegedly for now.
that's cool.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
fair.
But that's crazy, though, if he did do that. It's just crazy.
And that's why, bro, like a lot of people think, and I'm gonna say this again for the record. I said this in several interviews. Jay-Z is my favorite artist.
Mm-hmm.
Not a Jay-Z hater. I love his music. I listen to his music more than I listen to any other artist. It just after having these talks with R. Kelly and just hearing all the other shit that's been said about him, it just made me look at him different.
Mm.
And people asking me why I'm going after Jay-Z because I got a song called Free R. Kelly, and in the song I say fuck Jay-Z, and it's because of that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I still, even though I'm looking at him different as a person, I still love his music. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a Jay-Z hater. It's just like when you do fuck shit like that, and some people just don't care. Like if you worth $2.5 billion and you got the baddest bitch in the music industry, they gonna ride your dick no matter how much fuck shit you do.
Yeah,
But I'm not that
that's
type of
real.
nigga.
Yeah,
Like
that's
if you
real.
not no real nigga, then fuck you for real. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you doing all this foul ass shit, like I grew up, we posted this despise snitches. You know what I mean? Like when I was growing up, like I don't have nothing against gay people right now to this day if that's what they want to do. Long as they don't bring the gay shit to me, they cool. But I grew up like not liking gay people.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at it a certain way, and even to this day, it's like if you gay, okay, be gay openly. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just keep that shit away from me and men who don't do it. But
Yeah.
if you gay, nigga, and you acting like you this gangster and you a killer and you this big time dope boy and you God or whatever, like nigga, like cut the fake shit out, my nigga. You know what I mean?
Got you.
That's my thing.
Is there any other
And
is there any other information that he indulged to you that you could share with us that was shocking to you? Because he's had dealings with Michael Jackson. He's worked with everybody, and Janet Jackson. He's worked with so many people. He's wrote so many songs for people. Did he say anything about his finances?
yeah, that's before you even mention the finance, that's what I was finna speak on because like I was trying to help him with his case. And I was just asking him shit like, bro, why you think they doing this to you? Because I was framed in the case as a member of a drug trafficking organization.
Mm-hmm.
And by the grace of God, the DEA agent who framed me was fired. They found out he really framed me. So I beat most of my allegations and got out. But I knew why that agent did that to me.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because he offered me a chance to be an informant and I wouldn't go. I can't see myself doing no shit like that. So I asked him like, bro, why you think they doing this to you? And that's what he basically was saying. Like man, when I found out my catalog was worth $1 billion, and I'm hearing how Jay-Z supposed to be worth this and these other people supposed to be worth that, and I'm knowing that I'm supposed to be worth more than them, like I start trying to dig into this and see like, damn, why I don't got my money, why I'm not on the Forbes and shit, like where my money at? So when he started digging into that and start trying to, get them contracts modified and all that so he can get his money, then that's when they, threatening basically. And that's another thing, bro. Like these labels, about creative control over your
Actual
music.
facts. Yeah, actual facts.
Yeah, so they got authority that they put in these contracts to where it's like, we want to control your image, the type of music you put out. So they wanted him to be portrayed as this sex figure, you know what I mean? And we wanted you to write songs to make it sound like you talking about a young girl, because that plays on their fantasies and other people's fantasies. Like the people behind the music industry, some creepy motherfuckers, you know what I mean? And it's a lot of other creepy motherfuckers that they feel like this a sell because it plays on the fantasies of creepy motherfuckers like them, you know what I mean?
So he said that he felt like the industry accepted and wanted him, the powers that be wanted him to say that right age ain't nothing but a number and shit like that. That's
Yeah,
okay. That's what he
absolutely.
told you that? He told you that?
Yeah, bro. And then you got to look at it too. Think about "I Believe I Can Fly," right? It's one of his biggest hits.
Yeah, yes.
You know what I mean? This the type of music he said he wanted to write. He wanted to be more inspirational. Like you heard "The World's Greatest," that's inspirational as fuck. You heard "I Wish," and speaking of "I Wish," if you look at "I Wish," the one he did by himself, I don't know which one.
That's my
I know it's
favorite
a
song.
remake.
That's my favorite song by him. I ain't gonna front. I love that
Okay,
record.
now think about this, bro. They shut down the original video for that, right? Now you can still look it up, but it's gonna pop up under, I don't know who put it up. It's under something like Machine Gun Kelly, but it's "I Wish." You know what I'm saying? Now in that video, it's a skit where he talking to his mom in the sky, right? And I want out, man. I want out, but it's hard. Like the man wanted out. He got himself in some shit that he didn't even know he was really getting himself into. And when he found out how wicked and weird and seeing all the shit that go on, he like damn, this man come from singing on bus stops and train stops, getting change put in his pocket for that, to becoming the world's biggest singer in the world ever. You know what I mean? Like, so it's hard to turn that certain shit down when you just come from nothing. You know what I mean? But once he find out, like, damn, I signed myself up for this shit, he really wanted out, and he put that in that video, bro. And that's why that video is not up no more. They knew.
Word? Wow, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, for sure. The man wanted out. He wanted out, and because he wanted out, they came for him, like they came for Michael Jackson, like they came for Prince, Whitney Houston. They just came for him in a different way. And I did a
Yo, you
interview
know what's
not
deep? What you just said. Let me tell you what's deep. Not the R. Kelly part, but remember Michael Jackson said, "This is it." That was supposed to be it. He said, "This is it. I'm not doing this no more." Then he died. Prince had slave on his face. Didn't want to do music no more for them. Then he died. Whitney Houston, we don't know what was going on. Then she died. Interesting.
Then her daughter died.
Then her daughter died. The same way she died. Interesting. I don't know if you froze or not. It looked like you froze really quick. You still there? 1 2
Yeah,
1 2.
I'm here.
Okay,
Could you hear me?
you froze really quick. The reception is bad. Interesting. So R. Kelly, in his opinion, he feels 1,000% framed.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious, bro. You a wise
No, I'm just
guy. You
saying
can see between.
I can't say how he
Yeah,
feels.
yeah.
Just the fact that you spoke to him, I just want to get the dialogue that he said, because I don't want to say, oh, I think this, I think that. 'Cause I don't think shit. I just want to know what he said.
And his words, bro, on my dead brother, on God, the man said this. I'm trying to get it exact because I put it on my dead brother and God, but he said that I'm being lynched. You know what I'm saying? They using it. They using the judicial system to lynch me. You know what I mean? And he know who behind the judicial system. Like Farrakhan exposed that years ago that the same people who own the industry, the music industry, got most of the stock in the prison industry. And so with them having creative control in these contracts, they tell artists like Lil Durk to talk about killing your ops and make that big. So, you know, we can get more cases on bodies and shooters, and they tell artists like Jay-Z to, and Jeezy and them, like, we need y'all to keep rapping about selling dope. You know what I mean? So we can get more cases on more drug convictions because
I agree with
music.
that 100%. I've spoken about that before. Yeah, because it's one big ring. The prison system, the prison industrial complex, the judicial system, the snacks and all that shit in the jails. And most of the jails, the people in the town, that's their job to work at the jail. So it is, and then the morgues, and then then the organs, everybody down together. And it's fueled through
Yeah,
the
bro.
music. The music has been weaponized, basically.
Yeah. And they know, like, a lot of our people not conscious, especially the youth. They don't realize how influential music is. But this music is really being used like voodoo to influence us to sell drugs and to kill each other. And that's why I made the Free R. Kelly song, bro, because I exposed a lot of shit in that song. You know, my publicist is quoting a lot of lyrics from the song because it relates to everything we talking about now. You know what I mean? And that's why I said fuck Jay-Z. Yeah, you could call it a publicity stunt, but I'm bringing attention to what goes on in the industry and how they frame R. Kelly and why I'm supporting R. Kelly. You know, and at the end of the song, I allow him to get a message out about his case, you know, because he got an appeal going on right now. And the BOP officer at MCC Chicago, where we was at together, she let old girl Jocelyn Savage and other people see his emails. And you know how they go when you locked up, man. You might be telling one female
Yeah, I
you
heard
love her,
about
you
that. I
gonna
heard about
eat her
yeah,
ass.
I
When
heard
you
about
out.
that. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me
Yeah.
ask you something.
And
Did he say anything about Dame Dash? Because I know Dame Dash was dating Aaliyah after him. Did he say anything about Dame?
no, he really didn't speak on Dame. You know, I guess him and Dame must have had words before over Aaliyah. You know, Dame, I think, feels some type of way about him, but he didn't really speak on Dame much.
Okay.
Other than, like I said earlier, a lot of people didn't like him because of Aaliyah, and Damon Dash was supposed to be one of the people he said that didn't like him because of Aaliyah.
Did he say anybody else that was hating or was jealous or mad at him because he had Aaliyah? He said Dame.
Well, Jay-Z liked Aaliyah too, and Post been fucking with her too behind the scenes.
That was a rumor, alleged. Yeah, that was out there.
You know, sometimes when somebody don't like you about a bitch, bro, they'll try to find another reason to make it seem like they don't like you because it's not fashionable to say I don't like doggy diamonds because this bitch that I like won't
Yeah,
doggy.
because that's dirty macking. Yeah, he nigga don't want a dirty mac. Yeah, he don't want a dirty mac.
So
Or
they want to they rather say, man, this nigga doggy diamonds a snake ass nigga or he tried to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whatever rumor they can make up to justify why they don't like you, they'll do it because they don't want people to know you really don't like me because of this bitch. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. So
it's the same thing in the music industry though.
yeah. So let me ask you something. You got a book. You have. Tell them about what you're doing as far as being an author.
Well, I got a Black empowerment book out called The Holy Trap Scriptures. I originally released that in 2016, and I put it in a Don Diva magazine back then. 2 months after that, I was framed as a drug dealer, and the book is like deep, bro. Like I know that they framed me because of that book, and they wanted me to be a government informant because of that book. It just I don't like to sound like a conspiracy theory, so I'd rather people do their research. But the book exposed everything we talking about now, all type of government corruption, all the shit people heard as far as them flooding our communities with drugs. You know, the government actually was responsible for putting these drugs into our community themselves so they can ruin our elders and, you know, incarcerate our youth.
I'm with
So
that.
I put all that in there. I talk about basically how they was worse than Hitler, but tried to make Hitler look like the worst person in the world and all type of shit in that book. But I was trying to re-release it. It's done, and I did try to re-release it through several different publishers, but they wouldn't allow me to publish it because of the new stories I put in there about R. Kelly. So I'm still working on a way to get that book out with the new stories about R. Kelly. And I mean, you gave me some advice, and you know, after this interview, I might have to call you and get more details into that. You know, so you could give me some advice about how to put this book out because it need to get out there. It's a lot of updated information in there, and particularly, I go more in depth about how they framed R. Kelly and why. So I'm gonna
So
definitely be
so
at.
so to preface the book, well, the idea I gave you, we could, we'll talk about that offline. You said
Okay.
stories, so it's multiple stories that you left out the book.
Well, the only new story. I mean, there's new information in there, but the only new story in there in the book is about R. Kelly and the things he told me and why they framed him and just enlightening our people to let them know like we can't believe what the media tell us, you know, because they did this to so many of our people. They framed Tupac as a rapist and then said he got raped in jail.
Yeah, that's
You
true.
know,
Wow, yeah.
they do this to our people in their image so that we don't look up to them because these people might have a message that can save us and get us out of the poor living conditions that we go through. You know, even Kanye West, you know, he was very influential, but they couldn't get him on nothing else but trying to say he was crazy. You know, and people believe that narrative. Oh, this nigga crazy. We can't listen to nothing Kanye say. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, 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 yeah.
They do that to all our people, bro. They said they framed Mike Tyson as a rapist. They framed Kobe Bryant as a rapist. You know what I mean? Like we gotta we
Yeah,
gotta
yeah,
stop
yeah.
thinking this shit conspiracy theory for real and wake up. And I think my book will help, especially a lot of you see what's really going on. You know, because
R. Kelly was molesting those fucking kids. When you was wrong, you recorded that shit. You recorded that shit. You released that fucking shit. You recorded that shit and released it. What are you talking about? You was right there with Ebony Hill. You was right there. You're the one that recorded that shit. You extorted R. Kelly. You tried to extort R. Kelly, nigga. You know who you talking to, bro? I did my research on your bitch ass. Because I did my research on your bitch ass. Oh, yeah, I got my research on your bitch ass, nigga. Go ahead, you can prance around those stupid motherfuckers all you want. I'm going to tell you one thing. You ain't got the family food, nigga. You ain't got the family food. You might got those dumbass, you might got those people food, but you ain't got the family food, my nigga.
You need some therapy. You need some therapy. You need some help. For real.
Nigga, you need therapy, nigga. You need to find fucking Jesus, my nigga, wherever the fuck he at. Your ass going, you need to go find him too. Fucking
embarrassing yourself.
It's not embarrassing when I don't give a fuck about none of these people up here. It's a big difference. You care about what these people think about you. I don't. These people been slandering me my entire life because of who my father is. You think I give a fuck about what they say? Nigga, let's talk about your bitch ass and how you a pedophile and fucking...
Why you trying to explain who you are? If don't nobody care. If you don't care, why you explaining yourself and who you are? Why are you doing it?
Because people need to know that you are a child molester. Like I went on Morris World TV and went and made a whole thing about you being a fucking child molester. I did that because I want people to watch out for their fucking kids. Because I want people to watch their kids. That's why. Because I got kids and I care about kids. And they need to watch their kids, especially around your bitch ass with your weird ass hand touching ass motherfucker.
You don't care about no children. Stop the BS. Stop it. How you care? You don't do that. Stop lying. Stop trying to paint a picture of you're a victim, yet you're an advocate, yet you against this. Stop with that fake moral compass bullshit you've been playing. That shit don't work. Cut it out. Don't play games like that. You play with somebody's life. So my point is that at the end of the day, I will not fold. Y'all not going. It's not going to happen to me. You may have did it to Bubba. It's not going to happen.
I'll take a glass whispering angel rose.
I don't know. Yeah.
Here, dog, no.
But ask the question. Let me be able to answer clearly because I ain't trying to do back and forth with this. I ain't trying to go back and forth. Let's get to the fact. Let's get to the facts so y'all can hear the facts. I'm not talking about this assumption or this here.
1 second. Is Wack on the stage or is he sleeping? He's probably okay. Who had a question?
I wanted to ask him about the ties to R. Kelly up top. Is this true? Like that, because it says your name. Somebody sent it to me in the back channel. It says Damon Pryor.
Yeah, that's not. That's a misnomer. That's not my name. My name is Deuce Y. York, right?
No, yeah.
Let me ask you. Okay, we can get to
you had your name changed. Was that your name? Like, stop playing.
I never had my name changed. No, that Pryor is my grandmother's name. I was given Pryor from my father named me Deuce Y. York. So that name you see Pryor is from my grandmother on my mother's side who adopted when I had to live in the U.S. So that's not my name.
So did you have any ties to R. Kelly? Yes or no?
No, I didn't. My daughter's mom had ties with him. That's what happened.
What type of ties?
So I don't really know. I don't know the dude. I don't know the guy. I don't know him at all. The moment my name came up, right?
The aliases that he hide underneath.
Shut your ass up and let me talk.
I bet you do want me to shut up because you don't want them niggas to hear the truth. Because you don't want them to do their research.
You wasn't in my life.
You know what? Don't believe me. Don't believe me. Do your research. Don't believe me. Do your research. It's on Google. Don't believe me. Do your research.
Let me give these people the facts because you just running trying to be in somebody's life so bad. You want to be attached to me so bad. I don't even know your parasite ass.
Nigga, you wish. You piece of shit. You wish. Nigga, you fucking wish. You fucking wish. Bruh, if you was in front of me, trust me, your melon would be popped in hell, bruh. Ain't no fucking way in hell you think I fucking worship your bitch ass. You ain't even a man.
You saw me one time. You want to be. You want to
children and you fuck niggas in the ass. You a fucking weirdo, bro.
You a fucking weirdo, bro. He was like, "Oh, Deuce, tell me about this." You was starstruck when you saw me. Y'all starstruck behind that. Cause I don't fold. I'm 100% about mine. I don't bend to that bullshit like you think you got them niggas under control because you some type of dominatrix and you wish that shit don't work with me.
No, you just think honestly, you know what it is? You know what it is? You can say all you want, but the reality of it is that kid that I see when I see her face, she can't possibly be lying to me. You gonna tell me my daughter lying to me? You gonna tell me my daughter lying behind my daughter lying that you touched her? She lied that you touched her, how you fucking douchebag piece of shit, huh? You fucking douchebag, fuck that. Fuck that.
Hold on.
Yeah, hide your kids, hide your wife, hide everybody, because you touching everybody in this motherfucker.
Hold on, bro. Listen. It says you were in the Be Careful What You Do to Me music video, and now you're saying you never met the man. So I'm trying to get some clarity.
I wasn't in no video. I don't know that nigga, man. I'm not starstruck by no fucking R. Kelly. I don't know him.
What did your baby mama have ties with Kanye West? R. Kelly, not Kanye West.
Let me answer you. When I met her, she was. I didn't know she was even with the man. I was in Atlanta. She came to Atlanta.
Sounds like everything I'm saying sounds like it's true.
So your baby mama was dating R. Kelly?
Yo, can you mute her real quick? Listen, she chose me. I don't choose none of these knuckleheads. I didn't choose her. She chose me. She approached me. It was like
children and
yeah,
niggas.
Shut your mouth. Shut your mouth.
We know that you choose children and niggas.
You want to know me so bad. We know care. You'll get your attention soon. Be quiet. Listen, so she chose me, right? And I was like, I dated her for a minute, right? And so the whole situation when I was with her, I didn't know at the time that she was involved with the man. We was already dating. So when I heard about it, I'm like, man, this situation is crazy because I was already trying to make sure that the case against Dr. Malachi York, right? My father, I was like, listen, I can't be associated with this BS that was going on with R. Kelly. I told Lisa that. I said, look, I can't be associated with this because, like, I'm working on my father's case. They conspired against him and locked him up. So I'm not going to be involved with that, right? In that sense. And I told her, right, stop doing what you're doing. This happened in the first trial when R. Kelly was up in Chicago and all of that.
I've never been touched while I was in the organization. No, I've never been touched there.
None of y'all can play it with me. I'll shut your ass up. You know it. Everybody know it.
You wish with your pussy ass. You only like 4 feet tall, nigga. Suck a dick, you fucking faggot ass. I guarantee you, I have a whole bunch of disciples on your ass real soon, nigga. I have a whole bunch of disciples on your ass real soon, nigga. Go ahead, nigga. Make the moves you make. I guarantee you I'm gonna have all them niggas watching your bitch ass. Like I said, go ahead, keep touching kids with your weird ass. Go ahead with your weird ass. You a fucking weird ass nigga. You be touching kids, you fucking weirdo. You be fucking touching kids and beating on women.
I'm done talking to this clown. Let me speak to this stage.
You're the one with the fucking costume on and I'm the clown? Are you serious? Are you fucking serious? This nigga walk around with a whole clown suit on.
They got our father arrested for 135 years. They try to use that now. They try to use that as a platform to try to come at everybody. Oh, he's a molester. That's their favorite
That nigga's
word.
still in jail because of people like y'all that keep his ass in jail. That's the only reason why he's still in jail, because of y'all. Y'all all that paper terrorism, you created a whole fake ass passport. Your name is douchebag. All that fraud y'all niggas is committing. Y'all niggas is committing fraud left and right. Everybody see through this. Fucking Stevie Wonder can see that shit.
I bet you any amount of money at the end of the day, I'm still gonna be standing from them lies. I don't bend from that bullshit. That shit don't work over here. I can get whatever direction you want to go, I can go
to
there.
The organization.
I'm not
the fucking ambassador of the organization. Beat up the woman.
I'm not religious.
That
shit don't work. Y'all not gonna Bill Cosby me. You're not gonna Dr. York me. You're not gonna do none of that with me. Trust me.
That nigga is the true fucking pedophile and molester. He is the true molester. Nigga, you was right there when R. Kelly was molesting those fucking kids. When you was right there, you recorded that shit. You recorded that shit. You released that fucking shit. You recorded that shit and released it. What are you talking about? You was right there with Ebony Hill. You was right there. You're the one that recorded that shit. You extorted R. Kelly.